Hello, everyone. You're listening to Lazy Gal Podcast, hosted by Sejal Ganate. This is the first episode of season 2, and I'm so excited for all the episodes planned. In season 2, I'm going to do my first full podcast series, the solo series, where I go in depth on how to enjoy time alone and become more comfortable being by yourself. These episodes will be released on alternative episode release days. So I'm still planning kind of what the schedule is because the episodes will be shorter and I might be able to do one every week, but that's still undecided. So I'll release an episode that's not in the solo series, and the next episode will be in the solo series. I also want to post the episodes on my blog with a mini transcript. My biggest struggle right now is being consistent, whether that be being like content or being productive, like with the content I'm creating on like social media, on here, on YouTube, on my blog. Like I have been lacking on posting my blog, and this spring I want to change that. And I hope to turn a new leaf this spring. And that's where I got the idea of spring non-negotiables, which is basically what this entire episode is all about. Things that we need to bring into spring to make the best out of. Spring is in around 3 months, and well, these are 5 things that are non negotiable for this season. So, first, daily intentions. This is something I've been trying to do like the last few days, where the night before I will write at least three things I want to accomplish. And I try to be specific as possible. For example, I want to film the first podcast episode and I'm making sure I'm happy with it instead of just saying like film something. So like I have to write filming first podcast episode and editing the script. Or for example, instead of just writing the word code, I'll write coding the toolbar for my app and figuring out how to customize it. So those are examples of more specific daily intentions. And the reason for this is because if we're not specific, our brains really don't know what we want ourselves to do. And like, yeah, we might want to exercise or code or study or finish like something like of a big project, but what will make us feel productive and accomplished? Is it a 3 mile run or finishing a certain part of that huge task? And make sure, like, if you're going to study for a certain subject, let's say that you have a big like math exam, don't just write study unit 1 and 2, make quizlets. So daily intentions are something that sets the schedule day for you. And of course, like if you just the night before and you realize tomorrow morning like you have more important things that you kind of forgot about, it is completely okay to, do it. One thing I'm trying to do, which is like the next one, which I'll, get to, is just letting things go. So that's number 2, but let's stay on number 1 just for now. And the reason I got kind of this whole daily intentions thing is I watched a YouTube video by Bahja Abdi, and I will link the video down below, and she goes more in depth like all about it, like how to write daily intentions, and the entire YouTube video is about microhabits, and I really enjoyed watching it, and I got inspired to do daily intentions. So here are some tips. First, try to write on paper. I know like the online thing is more, you can get it places, it's more customizable, but literally your brain needs to get it in its head, and the only way to do that is to write it on paper and have your brain memorize, because literally studies are shown that if you write something, you have a better chance of memorizing it compared to like typing it on your computer. And of course you can like transfer it to your computer and add it to like your to do, whatever it be, like on Notion, Google Keep, Google Calendar, whatever you use. Just try writing it on paper. The second thing is, don't make it into a chore. This is what everything in this entire episode. Don't make it into a chore. This is something you're doing to improve your life. Be excited and grateful that you have the ability to accomplish these goals. Like, for example, with exercising, change your mindset about that. And again, I keep on like getting ahead of myself, but don't make any of these into a chore. Okay, so number 2, spring non-negotiable, is letting things go. This is something I kind of had to learn the hard way, and it is way harder than it sounds, especially if you're so used to overthinking all the time. But some tips I have personally learned and used the past few months is just thinking about, so what? If you didn't get the job position, it doesn't mean you'll never have a job. Like that's obviously, those don't correlate. So who knows? Maybe you're another job application, just one job application, maybe 2, maybe 3 from your dream job. This is your dream job. Everything you've dreamed of doing, whether it fills all your goals, your salary expectations, the life that you want, It is like a couple applications away. Are you going to let that stop you? Are you going to let a couple of applications stop you from reaching your dream job? Or imagine the job you got instead will actually be the best thing that ever happened. Maybe you met amazing people that change your mindset and the way you live your life, or even if you met the love of your life at that job, or you got another opportunity based on that job. The world works in mysterious ways, and I really have learned that just because you thought one path was meant for you, that's not the path that you will always be on. Because obviously life is unexpected, everyone says it, and that's not like a bad thing in of itself, because we don't know what's waiting for us, and it could be good, it could be bad, but nothing is set in stone. So just kind of use that way, like that's so what? Okay, I didn't like pass like top of my class. I did not get the car I really wanted. So what? Is that the end of the world? Is there no way to try again? And like another tip I have is this: was this your main goal or just a stepping stone? And this is something I really had to tell myself when I didn't get into my dream colleges. Yes, these colleges are amazing and would have helped me with my goals, but at the end of the day, it was never my end goal. My end goal is to have a good paying job that I enjoy doing with people who I'm excited to work with. My dream college does not guarantee that. In fact, the college I'm going to now that I'm deciding between, that could guarantee that. And I have no idea, because I have no idea what is in the future. All I can do now is just pick myself up and apply myself into the fact that, like, okay, like you will get there. Your end goal is not over. You will get there. And like whatever you think you might have missed, it doesn't guarantee a quiet life or anything that you picture, anything that you want from your life. So it's really what you make out of it. Is this a stepping stone that you're gonna let, block you from your end goal, or are you gonna pass it like you've passed every single stepping stone you've passed before? So that's something you really have to think about and kind of separate. Was this your everything or just a proposed path? So whatever happened has happened. Yes, cry, mourn over it. Please, please do it. Let yourself feel that feeling, but understand that you're not doing anyone a favor, especially yourself, by just sulking or let your emotions overwhelm you. Let yourself feel it. Let yourself, mourn, grieve, whatever that you thought was yours, let it go. Let it, take you over and let it pass you. Because the world spins, whether it was a good day or a bad day. And unfortunately, there is nothing you or I can do. But let the sun rise and set and pull yourself up and take things slow. One step forward, no matter how small it is always better than steps backwards. Remember that one step forward is always better than steps backwards. And I know it's hard. I know like it seems like it's in the world because everyone around you might be succeeding. But is this your end goal? Is this your end goal? Or is this simply a stepping stone? Okay. So the third tip I have is taking rest days. So not tip. Spring non-negotiable number 3 is taking rest days. Relating to what I said previously of, feeling that feeling, feeling sad, bitter, grief, and let yourself like feel whatever your body's telling you to feel, whatever your mind is telling you to feel. That's one of the most important things of being a better person, or really just improving your life. Letting yourself process things. Everything takes time. Everything. The antidote to everything, in my opinion, is time. The breakup will hurt less, that layoff won't sting, and the sun on your face will make things worth living. However, you will never understand the feeling of stepping outside in the sunlight or being productive in the mornings. The joy in the small things. You will not understand that if you don't let yourself feel the opposite way. I believe gratitude is the reason why we feel so deeply. We know that we are lucky to be standing here because a few weeks ago we couldn't even stomach the feeling of failing or losing that person that we did. However, we let the emotions pass with time and slowly bring yourselves up. You probably have done in the past. It will hurt, and the only anecdote is time. Distracting yourself all the time, 100% time, not letting yourself feel this will just make you explode. So take that day off, spend that day in bed crying or online shopping or like scrolling on TikTok, eating ice cream, watching movies, cleaning your room, whatever lets you rinse off that numb feeling or just that no feeling kind of vibe where you're just monotone, where your brain cannot really process anything, and you're just sitting there wondering, is this really what my life is? So taking that rest day kind of helps you get back on your feet, or else you'll feel that feeling for like a whole week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and you'll waste those 3 weeks believing that, oh, it's like it's whatever, instead of really feeling it that one day and getting better every single day. So, spring non-negotiable number 4 is starting new. Spring might be the most hated season because of allergies and whatnot, and I agree. Literally, I have been going through it. But the one reason it's better than all the other seasons is because this is a season of restarting. There's no better feeling of restarting after the cold, bitter months, which is wild because I'm literally saying that from California. But seeing a garden bloom, or the street flowers growing again, birds in the morning, or the sight of the sun at 7 a.m. instead of the dark, freezing mornings, it's so much better. It's so much more motivating. And those afternoon walks, because it's not pitch black at 5 p.m., or just the small things that really help you get up out of bed or really make you feel more productive, it is really the small things. And these all make us feel like maybe it will be all right. So don't be scared to start new this spring. Even nature starts new. Every single year, every single cycle, nature starts new. And you can too. I actually suggest doing it. Like, you should look for things that you want to start new on, because there are always parts of your life that you want to improve, and you might fail again and again. But this is the time to get yourself up? Maybe you want to try something new that you haven't succeeded in the past. You will succeed today. I'm in the midst of some goal that I'm working on. And I was something. And they were like, this is the last time you will be doing this. So it doesn't matter if it backfires. It doesn't matter if you kind of fail a little bit at a time. This is the last time you will be doing this. So have that mindset. This is the last time you will ever struggle to get an A, because you will always get an A. This is the last time you're going to struggle with no sugar or losing that weight, because this is the last time you ever have to be in that journey. This is the last time you'll feel dehydrated and always tired and always mentally drained because you're not drinking enough water. Because let me tell you, this is the last time you're going to be in that journey, because you're going to succeed this season. You're going to succeed this spring if you start new. And have that mindset. You already succeeded. You already succeeded with drinking 2 liters of water. You already succeeded in losing that weight. You already succeeded in going to the gym every day. Believe in that. Believe that you've already done it. And I'm probably going to have a whole new episode on like law of assumption. I'm trying to see how that's going for me, and I'll let you guys know my experience with that. But yeah. Anyways, so spring non-negotiable number 4 is doing things just for the sake of romanticizing it. Actually, never mind. I think this is number 5. My bad. Number 5 is lighting that candle, using that new bottle, getting new water bottle, getting new pretty gym clothes, try new hairstyles, paint your nails. I've talked about this before on here, but small things really do make a difference. I'm more likely to study if I have a full bottle of water and my desk is clean. You deserve these nice things in your life, and it's up to you to make you feel good. So think about it. What makes you feel good? What makes you feel content? Write it down and categorize them from like small things to things that might take more planning. For example, some small things might be buying a new nail press on set. Like, I have like a bunch of them, and whenever I feel like going out, kind of feeling like it is the time, I put them on. Wiping down your desk and organizing it again, like completely removing the dust, organizing like your candles, your pens, your pencils, throwing out things that don't work. Like, I've done that recently. Like, I went through all my stationery and all my markers, everything that didn't work, I threw them away. Number 3, making your favorite meal. That really helps you a lot, just because usually this is tied to your childhood, and having that comfort meal, having something that makes you just feel good, even if it's not something that really fits your goal at the time, it's okay. It's one small thing, and again, this is your last time in that goal. This is the last time in your journey. This meal isn't gonna catastrophically hurt you. For next one is DIY spa day, using like a hair and a face mask, or like inviting your friend over and doing it with them. The last kind of small thing I have in this list is making a playlist for a certain activity. For example, studying, cleaning, driving, creating content, kind of thing. Like, whatever it is that gets you that vibe, put that playlist on, and it's kind of like a reward. Something I've been doing, like a small thing to help me get like excited for working out, is watching like a new show. So I won't watch a show like any time else, but other than the time I'm working out. So I'm interested in that show and I want to see what's going on next. And I tell myself, if you're not working out, you have to pause the show and continue next time. And that's been working out for me. Okay, some bigger things that like might make you happy is going out with friends or doing a picnic, a movie night by yourself or with others, going out for a movie at the theaters. Treat yourself to like some popcorn meal or like a ticket, whatever, dyeing your hair, getting your nails done, getting some flowers for your room, your house, yourself, even for your friends if that makes you happy. So in my Q&A, I'll have a place for you to comment what's something that makes you happy or like content. And if you're listening on YouTube, let me know in the comments. And if you're listening on Apple Podcast, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. They don't have anything for you. I'm sorry, man. Okay, so that's it. These are 5 spring non-negotiables. Thank you all for listening. Let me know what you think about the new outro and intro music plus the cover art. And like, I'm keeping the podcast episode short, so you won't really see me yapping about some other things. So like in the last month and a half, I have been trying to be like more productive, and like the podcast episode did get pushed back a little bit, like the release date, just because I have some other things on my plate right now. And I'm happy to, hopefully release these on time. So see you guys next time.